I'm on. Greetings, dear Earthlings. I am Smelly B, and I'd like to welcome you either to or back to my channel where the topic of conversation is all fragrance. Oh, the goddamn time. I am not an expert, not claiming to be, not training to be. I am not, aiming to be, huge influencer. My collection isn't, thousands of bottles huge or anything of that. I have no partnerships, no sponsorships. It's just me, my coin, and my opinion. Okay? Okay. All of that out of the way. How y'all doing? It's been how many weeks? 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks or so since I last recorded anything. But I had time today. I'm definitely heading out soon, but I had time today to check in with you all, see how you are, what you're wearing, what you're looking forward to, all that good stuff. And just to run a few by you, what I've been wearing lately. I was inspired to do so because I stepped out of the house in the fragrance. I've been wearing it a lot this week, and people really like this one. Like in the air, people have been stopping me like, you smell good. Like I literally was in the gas station the other day looking around at stuff. This guy walks by a few paces, then stops and turns around, walks back. You smell good. I said, oh, thank you. And that was it. He just kept on going. And wearing the same fragrance, someone that gave me a hug the other day and said, oh, thank you for smelling so good. I said, thank me. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll run this one by the people in case y'all want to smell good too. It is a very unique smell, very interesting, very different. It's Harvest Mouse by Zoologist. This is what the box looks like. I keep this in the box because it's so cute. And it gives the little spiel here. The perfumer is Luca Maffei. Harvest Mouse, autumn winds skip across golden wheat fields. As the tall grasses billow, the rattle of husks beats a soft prairie lullaby, signaling to the weary sun to rest. In the fading light, tiny harvest mice venture forth, scrambling to gather seeds and fruits. For once the sun sinks fully beneath the horizon, its rule of the sky is bestowed on another. And when the coo of the owl breaks the night, the mice dash, trembling back to their nests. Like a countryside bathed in sweet sunlight, Zoologist Harvest Mouse conjures images of home-baked goodness. Stalks of wheat sway among chamomile, davana, and hay, and rich beer extracts are sobered by resins and woody notes. Cozy up in a warm nest of homespun scent. The top notes in this are bergamot, Roman chamomile, orange blossom, and cloves. The heart notes are Davana, Hay Absolute, benzoin, opopanax, rose absolute, and beer extract CO2. And the base notes are fir balsam, oak moss, cedarwood, sandalwood, Peru balsam, and vanilla. It's so good to me. I like strange stuff, so it may not be for everyone. Some of you might smell like, oh, this is unwearable, but I really love it. And it works really well with my body chemistry. I get a lot of the hay, I get a lot of the tea, I get a lot of that boozy beer, weedy, yeasty sort of note, and it is just blended so impeccably well. It's got some brightness to it. It is just really nice. It's sweet and cozy, but bright at the same time, and sort of starchy in a way. It's just too good, and I've really been enjoying it in the heat. This is the bottle. Forgive my nails, they don't look like that. I'm between sets. Is that focusing? Harvest Mouse. Isn't that bottle cute? Yes, I have my eyes on a few other Zoologist fragrances. This is the only one I have currently in my collection, but I also had my eye on, what was it? Was it Squid, I think I was looking at. I know B is a really popular one, but I don't care for B. I don't like B. Snowy Owl I was looking at, and I think Cow. Yeah. Do you all have any zoologists in your collection? Which ones y'all like the most? What do you recommend? I just happened upon this one. I really enjoy it. So there's that. That's been my compliment getter lately. In fact, I'm wearing it again today. Next up, let's see, because I'm going to go to Fragrantica for the notes and the rest of these. Majaina Sin. I don't know how to pronounce this. It is spelled Majaina Sin, and it's by the Different Company. The Different Company has some great stuff. This is my personal favorite. It's very vanillic and cozy and very spicy. To me, it smells a little boozy. I wonder if there's any. Because I don't always look up notes for fragrances. When I just sniff it and I like what I like, it's not till I get ready to present them to you all that I actually explore what the notes listings are. Majaina Sin, forgive the pronunciation, I don't know, by the Different Company. Amber, launched in 2017. Emile Vivier Copperman is the perfumer. Top notes, okay, here we are. Bitter orange, ginger, orange blossom. That orange blossom is blended into this really, really nicely. And you get a lot of the ginger as well. Neroli and bergamot. Mids are chestnut, cinnamon, heliotrope, and orchid. The base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and sandalwood. For me, it's orangey, chestnutty, gingery, and cinnamony. Oh, baby, and this smells impeccable on my skin. Oh, this smells so good. It's got a familiarity to it. You've smelled something like it, but probably not exact. You know what I mean? I don't know if any exact dupes for this, but I can think of things that it is reminiscent of for my nose. If I'm thinking of something expensive, it sort of harkens thoughts of for me. It makes me think of Dolce Diablo by what is that, Narcotica? It makes me very loosely, very vaguely think of that somehow. They're not dupes by any means, so don't. That's not what I'm saying. But to my nose, for some reason, they remind me of one another. They have qualities that remind me of each other. And then if I'm going to the cheaper end, it makes me think of a fragrance my daughter used to have. It was Justin Bieber. It's a purple bottle that comes inside. It's like it sits inside this really like a spiral, like out casing or something like that. And I forget what it was called, but it reminds me of that too. I have to look up what the notes were on that. I think that leaned a little more fruity, but something in here has qualities that might remind me of that as well. But this baby is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Another compliment getter. You see, nice little dent in there. I'll be rocking this. This is wonderful to me. Really good one. What else have I been wearing lately? I have been exploring, because I've had it for a while, this I got a sample set of these Tokyo Milk fragrances because I was curious about them. And when I first got it, I really liked the what was it, the French Kiss, because it reminded me of Rihanna's come on, what's it called? It's not Rebel. What's it called? Rogue. Rihanna Rogue. It reminded me of that a bit, but just had a bit more sort of a lavendery herbal thing going on to my nose. But I didn't care for the dry down at first. But now that these little bottles have sat for a while, because I haven't touched them, I haven't thought about them, they've gotten really nice. But that's not the one I want to focus on. I have been wearing this Dead Sexy. And this is a little mini, so I guess it's not much to show you here. They got always these cute little impressions inside, the little illustrations. It's the one with the skull. And it actually has notes here, or the profile rather, so I don't have to look it for granted. It's Dead Sexy, deep vanilla, exotic wood, white orchid, and ebony. This is so good to me. Now that it's sat for a little while, it comes across like bubblegummy and plummy to my nose, also very vanillic. You do get a nice little, the woods are sort of clarifying here for me, to my nose, is what gives it its shape. You do get a bit of the floral, little sort of floral aspect to it. It's not leading, it's not dominant though, to my nose, but I really enjoy this. It smells more like vanillic, bubblegummy, floral goodness to my nose. It wears really, really lovely on my skin. Once it starts to dry down, it does remind me a tad itty bitty, incy teensy bit of warm vanilla sugar from Bath and Body Works. Incy teensy bit. But it's a lovely one. I wish I had the, maybe I'll impose a picture of the actual bottle because I like the bottles from Tokyo Milk. They're interesting to me. But this is just a little sample size. And it's a decent size for a sample. What's the mLs on this? I don't have my glasses out there. Come on, I can't see that. But it's a nice one. And lastly, I have been rocking, although it is hot, and it's probably not the appropriate time of year. My nose has just been craving lately. Angel Share, but I've been layering it with this by Le Monde Gourmand. This is the hair and body mist of it, but they have the little, you know, their bottles are usually those little rectangular things. But I got this because it's more bang for your buck, and it's still just as potent, maybe even more. The creme brulee, these smell so good together. These smell so good together. So good together to me. So absolutely scrumptious. Although this creme brulee is really lovely, even all on its own. So good. Mm-hmm. Y'all know Angel Share. I don't need to go through the notes listing for you all. It smells boozy, cinnamony, and just damn wonderful. It smells like pie filling to me. In fact, let's look up the actual notes for Angel Share because I haven't looked them up in a while. Let's see what it's talking about. Angel Share. The top note is cognac. Mids are cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak. The base notes are praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. And it is perfection to me, especially now that the bottle has just been sitting on my shelf for so long. It's just getting better with age. Oh my goodness. Angel Share is so good. Ugh. But coupled with this creme brulee, it really does something nice to it. Let's look at what this creme brulee is talking about. Simply vanilla, whipped cream, and caramel is what they list as the notes for. I'm trying not to put on too much stuff. Everything smells so good, and they actually all sort of play really nicely together. So I'm tempted to just layer myself in all of it and go ahead and blow everybody's mind. So good. Creme brulee by Le Monde Gourmand. It's a good one to me, to my nose. What y'all rocking? What y'all got your eyes on? I know I'm looking for, I know Kilian just had that new dual release, and I'm sort of just waiting on that. I'm trying not to jump the gun and rush out and just get things because there's hype around them. I like Mona. I like the marketing of Kilian. I love their bottles. I love several and have several of their fragrances. I love, come on, baby. Come on, brain. Crank up for me. The names be so long, you know. I have the vanilla. I have the La Feste Burning Cherry, of course. I have the golden patchouli one, the royal patchouli. I have, I don't have the cocoa one, the vanilla cocoa. Although that's one of my favorite ones. I don't know why I bought everything backwards. I really like that one. I have the invite only amber, which is a favorite and a staple in my collection for the cold weather. I feel like the point is I have several of them, but I don't like that apple one. I don't like that one. The Eat Juicy Apple I do not care for. I do not like that pistachio gelato one. There's nothing about it redemptive to my nose. And I know that there's pressure to like everything because we like the brand. We like it. We want to support, but the truth is the truth for me and my nose. I don't care. Their fragrance does absolutely nothing for me. So I'm very, very reluctant to blind buy this newest release. I'm just waiting to see, you know, where it lands, and then I'll see about it. But I am checking for it for sure. The notes listing didn't appeal to me. It was like freesia and peach, and it just seemed lighter than what I like to wear. So we'll see. But I'm checking for that. I'm also checking for the Elixir version of Good Fortune. Remember I did my review of that, and I told y'all I didn't love it because it didn't last. It disappeared. My skin drank it up. So now they have like a deepened Elixir version of that coming out, so that I'm checking for because it may solve all of what I didn't like about the original. I'm very excited about that. Mugler, a new flanker for that alien goddess, something about floor. I'm excited about that because I do like both of the existing goddess fragrances. The Intense being my favorite. There was something else I was like, ooh, that I had my eye on. What was it? It's escaping me at the moment, but what y'all checking for? What have you purchased lately? What do I need to be getting my nose on? You know I'm a vintage girl, so if you got anything, it don't have to be new and niche. It could be reach back, you know, put me on. That's all. I don't need to stay on here much longer because I have to go anyway. But I wanted to check in, wanted to see how y'all are, wanted to show that I'm alive. I'm still on the wake up list. On the great getting up morning. And I hope you all are well, and I will try and check in maybe again next week. All right, deuces.